Good evening, everyone. We are live on YouTube. Breaking news, guys. Philadelphia Phillies have a closer. I'm Anthony Sorgi alongside Ryan Sullivan. You know him. He's the president of WSJP, or co-president of WSJP, excuse me. And Tom Campanaro, also here, the vice president of broadcasting at WSJP. Gentlemen, um, the dominoes are falling. It seems like right now we're seeing that the price tag for Pirates closer David Bednar is rising. The Yankees, Tigers, Dodgers, Mariners all looking for bullpen help. And of course, Ryan Helsley is now a New York Met. How are we feeling this evening?
I mean, we got Duran, which I'm very happy about as I see us getting our what's handed to us by the Chicago White Sox, about to lose this series, which is an unmitigated disaster. Not partly because of the bullpen, but it's certainly not helping at the current moment in time. And Duran, obviously, one of the best closers in Major League Baseball at the current moment in time, a guy with a 2.01 ERA. And you just have a bullpen that is the Phillies right now. That is just an unmitigated disaster. For some reason the Phillies just can't hit on a bullpen, and it just makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. I understand that we did sign David Robertson just a couple of days ago. I know he's been spending some time in Lehigh Valley trying to get his game figured out before he'll be eventually called up to the major leagues. So definitely this is all planned towards the playoffs, which is where the Phillies seem to shine for the most part. But, with the Mets being on a hot streak at the current moment in time, obviously they got Helsley just to try and kind of match what the Phillies are doing. We'll see if they make any more moves. But getting back to Philadelphia here, I mean, obviously this is a great move. You give up some prospects, but, at the end of the day, you have Real Muto. He's going to be here for another few years. Then you have Martian. You have other catchers that are above taint at the current moment in time, and it's just not really going. It just doesn't really seem like it was going to work out. And then you look at a guy like Nick Abel as well, who, I mean, he's good. Obviously, to not have a good start against the New York Mets game. I was there, gave up 3 straight home runs, which is absolutely terrible. That kind of ended his time in Philadelphia on a sour note. But at the end of the day, it was a very good prospect. I believe ranked number 92 overall in the MLB. He was supposed to be part of the future. But once again, you have guys like Nola, you have Wheeler, you have Ranger, you have Christopher Sanchez, as Johnson just gives up another home run to the White Sox. So there you go, another reason why we need some bullpen help here. That's a 3-run home run right there. Now it's 9-2, but nonetheless, he wasn't real. I guess he would have fit into the rotation in a couple of years, but the Phillies are definitely a win now team on the back of Harper, Trey Turner, amongst others. So, I mean, yeah, this is a really great trade for the Phillies. Also, the fact that Duran has 2.5 years left on his contract, that also helps as well. It's a long-term investment going forward. So I think this is a really good trade for the Philadelphia Phillies. Then on the other side, you gotta look at it from the Twins. I mean, they got they got some really good prospects from the Phillies, both ranked in the top 100 in the MLB. I'm sure that they will be utilized just in the next couple of years. I guess we'll get into Helsley in just a few minutes.
Yeah, before we get to Dom's takes here, I want to throw out a little bit of news from JP Morosi of MLB Network. Sean Newcomb of the Athletics has gained some traction over his last 12 and a third innings. He has struck out 19 batters. He is a pending free agent in 2026. Watch for him to possibly be shipped off in the next 24 hours. Dom, the floor is yours.
A lot going on the night before, or the day before it really starts. But obviously, this is the night where everything kicks off. And Duran really might have been the peak of it. The Phillies had to respond to what the Mets were doing. They already got Rogers, which was a really very, very good pickup for them. Adds to Diaz in the pen, and then they get Helsley as well. We'll get to him, as you said, in a second. But yeah, bullpen help has always been an issue for Philadelphia. Talking about like the past 4 years, the bullpen has never been quite good, I would say. Although maybe we've had some good guys come out of there, the whole pen has been inconsistent. You lost Alvarado, obviously, so you need someone to fill in his shoes. Duran's got that all day. Talk about, like, you want to have someone that's speed as well with his fastball topping at 104, that doesn't, no, they wouldn't mind that at all. You lost Alvarado, who was consistently throwing 99. You have guys throwing 100 now. You're going to have someone that's going to get the crowd pumped up. The fans needed this more than anything, and talk about heading into this. I don't know if anyone thought Dombrowski was making a move. Everyone was worried about Painter. Him keeping Painter may have been one of the biggest elements of this trade because the Twins were looking at Painter. They ship away McAble, who he'll be set up in Minnesota. They get rid of Ted as well, obviously the catcher, but just alone with McAble, we'll say that for the Twin side. He gets a lot of help there. He'll get some starts in. Obviously, you had Nola here. This whole Phillies team has so many starters. They might have too many starters. So it may have been great that they had him go away, but very good trade for the Phillies. In my opinion, they may have won it.
I want to ask this to both of you here. Looking at the standings, if the Phillies result holds, which I would assume it will, they will drop to number 8 overall in the MLB standings. Where does this trade put them? Because I still don't see them. Obviously, we'll see what happens tomorrow because the trade market is very active. Some guys that are still on the board. The biggest is Eugenio Suarez. Ryan O'Hearn's on the market. Nolan Arenado could be traded. You look at Stephen Kwan, Cedric Mullins, Harrison Bader, Adolis Garcia. You got Willie Castro out there. Joe Ryan's a big name to watch. Shelby Miller, great bullpen arm. Griffin Jacks is another one. There are a lot of guys still on the board. But if we were to say where each roster stands now, does this put the Phillies in a spot to pass the Dodgers for a bye? Where does this rank them among all the teams in baseball?
I would say that it definitely could move them up, kind of just based off how quickly everybody adjusts. I mean, obviously you add Duran for prospects. That's going to make your immediate team better. It's not like it's going to make them worse in any way. It'll probably help you with a couple of games. But I mean, at the end of the day, I don't really think it matters just because of the fact that the Phillies are built as a playoff team. We've known this ever since the World Series push in 2022. Then you got to the NLCS and the next year after that. The Phillies are built to be a playoff team. You could play good in the regular season and all, but we've seen in the past couple of years, seeding really doesn't seem to matter. You look at the Diamondbacks getting to the World Series just a couple of years ago. Obviously, the Dodgers getting there last year was, I think, a foregone conclusion. But you just look at the amount of teams. Even the Mets getting to the NLCS was a bit of a surprise in people's eyes. So I don't really think seeding matters at the end of the day, and where you rank teams on your record or record-wise on your power rankings, because playoff, I guess, matchups are really the only thing that matter when it comes to the playoffs. So I would say it moves them up a bit. I still don't think that they're better than the Dodgers. It's very hard to put them above the New York Mets just based off what they've been doing. But I mean, they're good. They're fine right now. I think that they'll, once again, the playoffs is the only thing that matters.
Yeah, Cam, what do you think?
I'll talk about this Phillies team real quick. I still don't see that they're a quote-unquote complete team. I think you just found a very strong defensive player, so your bullpen has already been relieved of all that stress. Outfield is my concern, and I'll tell you, there's two guys you already know are going to be gone, in my opinion. I say Cedric Mullins is gone, Luis Robert is gone as well. Those two guys are gone. Stephen Kwan, I don't know if they're going to make a move for him. So this
What are you saying about Robert?
I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's staying.
Okay, I can see it.
The Twins would not have played him today the White Sox would not have played him today if they knew he was going to move, and the Phillies talks with him seem to
I
have
think
diminished. You're saying?
I think they just don't know if he's going to get moved or not. Like, I think it's very much like they just don't know yet.
Yeah, I don't know if they really want him either. Maybe just fit with the overall vibe of the team. I think Quan would be a good move, though, of all your options.
Agreed.
I'm sure the Guardians' position right now, they're just below average. You probably saw that Jay Kuda graphic about them being absolutely average. So they want to make a move. So, why not talk to Cleveland, see what they got up their sleeve. Quan wouldn't be a bad move. The issue is who's going to go. Sosa goes, Marsh goes, any of your big guys go, because, Marsh played pretty well defensively today. I remember that one play with Luis Robert right off the wall, barehanded it pretty well. So at least his defense is still on cue. But the rest of the team, though, how about that? Rojas is obviously your best defensive player in the outfield, in my opinion, but everyone else has to figure out what's going on, because you bring a guy in like Quan who's got a pretty good bat. Where's he going to fit in at? So that Phillies already has a lot of questions going up. The Mets, on the other hand, I think their bullpen is just pretty much perfect now. They got a trio of studs that they can just fire out now with Helsley. But, I don't know where they go from there, because starting pitching isn't really struggling at all. They're keeping up with the Phillies. I mean, in my opinion, I think that the Dodgers aren't the team this year in the NL. I think it might be your Brewers, Sorgi, but
I was about to get to the chances of each team to win the World Series. We'll get to that in a second.
all right, I'll stop heating up right now. But no, I don't think I think either of these teams will be able to catch up to the Dodgers and maybe secure a bye.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the MLB standings right now, they are what they are. But when you look at the Baseball Reference projections, right, you see right now the projected a projection for the Phillies to win the NL East, end up with that 3 seed. They host the Padres in a wild card series at Citizens Bank Park. The Phillies are currently being given a chance, 15% chance to win the pennant, and a 8% chance to win the World Series. When you look at that, that's in comparison to the Brewers, who currently sit with a 20% chance to win the World Series. The Tigers, so that's 5-1. The Tigers currently at 12. The Cubs currently at 12 as well. The Phillies sit in number 4 with 8. The Yankees and Blue Jays just below there, 6.8, 6.7. And then you go to the Dodgers at 6.4. Astros are in there. Mets, big drop off from 6.2 to 4.9. So it feels like right now, guys, the Phillies are knocking on that top 3. They're about 3 percentage points off from being in that number 3 spot when it comes to projections. But they have the 3rd best chance to win the NL. And when it comes to the postseason, they're almost a lock, obviously, at 93.4. To get to the division series, a 60% chance to get there, a 30% chance to get to the LCS. Right now, it feels like the Milwaukee Brewers are going to win the NL Central and get that number 1 seed with the Dodgers at number 2. But if the Phillies can get to 3, how do you think they fare in a wild card against San Diego? How do you think they fare against LA in a best of 5?
First thing I want to say, this is really good mac and cheese. You never take a white guy away from his mac and cheese. Secondly, I don't think, once again, or first thing I should say, I just lost my train of thought. We're talking about the Phillies trading for another hitter. Didn't we just get done saying that the Phillies are a playoff team and that they're made for the playoffs? Why the hell would we need to trade for another hitter in that case?
Because the outfield is not good right now.
And your first starting 5 hitters, or starting 6 or whatever, are all potential all-stars. I mean, you're telling me
your
that
outfield consists of Nick Castellanos, Max Kepler, and Brandon Marsh. The latter 2 are not having good years whatsoever.
once again, they're a playoff team. They figure it out in the playoffs. I mean,
This is not about getting to the playoffs. It's about winning the World Series. It's about going all in, when you know that this is the second to last year you can win it with this group.
No, I'm saying that they heat up in the playoffs. They start to play better in the playoffs.
They didn't against the Mets.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that was one series. Look at all the other series. Look at the series against, I don't know.
They went cold against Arizona towards the end. Like, it's not you can't guarantee. You have to go all in with this team.
Now Rojas is pretty bad in the playoffs, I will say that, but Castellanos was good. Everybody kind of fell apart in the Mets series, so I don't think you can look at that. But I mean, like, Kepler did just strain his tricep, so I guess that wouldn't be a bad idea. But I mean, are we really just going to trade for a guy who we're going to have to worry about in the offseason? Why we should be worried about paying Schwarber? I'm not worried about paying Quam and Cedric Mullins and all that. Like,
you don't have to worry about paying him. You get him for a half year and then you let him walk.
All right. Well, what if he plays really well? Then you got to worry about it.
I'm just saying, like, you don't have to bring him back. You can if you choose, but you don't have to.
If he plays really well, bats like 300 or something, yeah, you would have to bring him back.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's not a necessity to bring him back. Would it be great? Sure, but like Kyle Schwarber, I think is going to have priority. And obviously, there's only so much money you can spend in an offseason.
Well,
there's not a cap, but the point is, like, they're not going to just go on a crazy Dodgers-like spree.
I wouldn't. Well, not $1 billion, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, Middleton's got more money than I can dream of, so
exactly.
But anyway,
I don't do that actually, Ryan. You know, talking about Schwarber and stuff, there could be a chance he doesn't. Homer?
Oh my God, Harper just got robbed of a home run. You got it, dude.
Anyway, after Harper just is a bum, and I say that on purpose to reverse jinx, whatever. Anyway, you talking about Schwarber and the re-sign, you know, maybe it doesn't happen because that's not what the Phillies are looking to do. Maybe they're looking to have a different thing. Their window is really closing, and they want to spend that money on someone else, which I guess they can feel free to. I guess they do that, but obviously Schwarber's been probably the best signing that year Dombrowski came in. Him and Castellanos, I'd say Schwarber by far, but I don't know about that.
Are we that sure that the window's closing? You're telling me that they can't just sign another guy like Trey Turner? They got the money.
The point is, with this core, the window is closing.
All right, then add another person to the core.
I'll put it this way.
It's not as simple as that, but like still, you can add something to the core.
I'll put it this way. When I was watching, I saw Jim Bowden was talking about the Phillies today, and he said the Phillies are going to make one, maybe two big moves because Dombrowski wants to win with this core, and he knows he has to go all in this year.
Yeah, he's right.
And that's it. You don't go all in if you know that you're going to be able to win for another 5-6 years. You take your bites at the apple. But in a case where, like, it's a sign that just the window is closing. It is getting closer to being done. But right now, at this moment, for both of you, do you think the Philadelphia Phillies are a World Series caliber team? I say not. I think they need one more.
I agree.
Wow.
I agree on that. I think that, I mean, I always said their ceiling was 2023. That was when they had the World Series caliber team because they were, like, damn near perfect. I don't know. Everyone has caught up now. Everyone has caught up, and it seems like the Phillies have been like, all right, well, these guys are taking the spots that we had in 2022 and 2023 when we run the wild card. What if we were to run the 1, 2, or 3 seed? What's going on with that? You saw last year they got that bye. It probably screwed them up because their bodies aren't used to having a week off randomly. They dropped a few games, and that may have been a factor into them like being embarrassed by the Mets. But you know, I think that their ceiling right now is they could easily cruise the wild card, in my opinion. NLDS, that could be a 50-50 series because of 5 games.
I think the Phillies take the Dodgers to 5. It's a 50-50 series. I think against Milwaukee or Chicago, it's competitive. I think actually they match up well against Chicago because the Phillies have a better pitching staff than the Cubs do. But I think that against Milwaukee, I think it sure is it biased to a certain extent, yes. But I think that the Brewers beat the Phillies. The Brewers fed the Phillies number year in and year out the last few.
Did I not just get done saying that the Phillies are hot in the playoffs? We're literally taking it as that the Phillies can't get hot going into
But anyone can get hot.
Anyway, we saw that with the Mets too. It's not like I
any
mean
team
the
can
Phillies
get
got
hot at any
cold.
time. What we know is that you can't trust a team to get hot in the playoffs. You can't just bank on that as your insurance. Like, we don't need to make a move because we're going to get hot.
We've seen it happen for how many years throughout different teams. The Phillies did it twice. The Diamondbacks did it. The Mets did it. I mean, we're acting like that. Like the first place team is the end all be all here.
They're not. But I think there are certain years when you look at a team. I'll give an example of a team where I think the standings don't show where they are as a team. I look at the Texas Rangers right now. They are a game out of the wild card. In your head, you should think the Rangers should be buying if they can get into the playoffs, right? But then you look at their roster and you say, well, maybe not with this core. Like, this core just doesn't look like a core that is going to be, like, when you look at their numbers, they don't look like they're going to get to the playoffs. I think it's the thing where anything can change at any time. The Rangers are playing good baseball right now. That's why they're so close. But I just think that at the end of the day, like, the number one seed isn't the end all be all. It's just that this year there is no clear favorite right now. Does Milwaukee look like the best team? Yeah. But that could change with Eugenio Suarez getting moved. I mean, if the Dodgers get Suarez or if the Tigers get Suarez, if a team picks up Suarez, then I think I put them number one. It could change in a heartbeat.
Well, yeah, we're looking at it as of right now, and you just said that the one seed isn't the end all be all. So, and you're saying that the East isn't clear, or isn't a clear cut favorite. So why can't the Phillies be a World Series contender? If they're
I don't see their roster right now. My point is, I don't see this roster as a World Series caliber roster at this point.
Okay, well, that's where we disagree.
Dom, do you think this team, if you put them in October with this core, are they winning the World Series?
Crazy to think. I'd say in the playoffs they could beat Detroit, just because of their experience.
But do you think the roster is good enough to win the World? That's the question. Do you think this roster would win a World Series?
Depends on who they play, but I do. There's a possibility. Yes,
it's a possibility, but they're not the favorites.
No, they're not the favorites, but we agree
on that. Our point is that what I think Ryan's saying as well is that the team is still good enough to be a World Series contender.
My point is that if you add Steven Kwan, I think you are the favorite in the NL. And your goal at the deadline should be to finish the deadline as the top team in baseball. Like, that should be what you want, is to be we're going to be.
I don't really see them as.
Wait, I'm gonna look at that. You say you add Kwan and you're the best team already?
If you add Steven Kwan and Duran at the deadline, you're at least in the conversation. The Phillies aren't. I don't think the Phillies right now are in the conversation for the best team.
Now, when in the hell did Steven Kwan become Aaron Judge? What the hell are we talking about?
That's what I'm saying. Like, adding Kwan, it's not like he's like huge.
I mean, he's a good player, but like, he ain't Aaron Judge.
Kwan's hitting 286 with a 761 OPS. Like, he immediately adds to this offense big time. You're adding an all-star level player to this offense.
He makes it better, but like, I mean, he ain't a top 10 player in the MLB.
I agree, but I'm saying that right now, if you add him, I think that you could argue they're better than the Dodgers.
All right, well, say they don't. I don't think they add Quam. I don't think that they'd make another move like that. I can't.
I have another question too. Does he really fit in this Phillies team that normally goes for like the home run balls and stuff? Because he's a guy that plays small ball a lot. You know, he's got 114 hits alone, and 398 at bats.
That's my concern with the Phillies, is that in October you have to be able to do everything, and the Phillies rely solely on the long ball. So if you add a guy who can just hit for average, that's good. That's what you need, is a guy who can do that.
I would say I saw that the Diamondback series mainly, and then the same thing with the Mets series, where they were going long ball. I don't know if I saw that every other series, though, honestly. They were playing really good small ball. They were playing situational hitting. I'm not sure about that.
The point is, when you watch Phillies baseball, even in October, like think about all the home runs they hit against, like the Braves, et cetera, et cetera. They are a home run heavy team.
Well, yeah,
I agree with that, but
that's the way the team is based off of. You have Schwarber, Harper.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying adding a guy who can just hit for average and who's reliable to get on base is key.
Well, yeah, you can say about anybody.
But I don't know. But again, here's that counter to that. You got that one guy. Everyone else is going for the home run ball. So like he's gonna be stranded then if the other team, everyone else pops out, he's stranded on first. It's the whole chemistry. It's not just one player. You gotta get the whole team to change. And I don't know if they can do that. I think they're just going for the home runs.
Well, that's the way the team is based off of. We're acting like that's not what they're based
Exactly.
off.
Well, let's talk through, guys. Let's talk through here some names that, and I just want your thoughts on who you would want. I'm going to give you guys some names. You tell me if you want to.
All right, you do that. I'm going to get more mac and cheese. Hold on.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, I'll be here. Cole can chirp me. I just saw his stuff.
I don't know if the Duran trade changes anything, but as of this morning, the Phillies were still in on Eugenio Suarez. Do you think he's a guy you go after?
You said Suarez?
Yeah.
What is he, 35 right now? What's his age?
Yeah, I think he's 30. He's 35. He has 36 homers, 87 RBIs.
36 homers?
30.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, 36.
Yeah, he'd fit perfectly on the team.
But Alpha's your third baseman right now, and Schwarber's your DH. So where do you fit him in?
Beaumont has been injured. Throw him in the mix. He can play utility though. Honestly, you could try to put Harper. Try to see if you could transition Harper to the outfield or something.
No, Harper's staying at first. Harper wants to be at first. That's where he wants it because, like he moved there for a reason. He's staying there. The other option is you move Suarez. You have Suarez play short, which he's done before. You have him at short.
You can't. What about Turner? You're putting Turner in the outfield?
That's what I was going to say. Is you put Turner in the outfield?
Where are you going to put him at? You can't put him at center. You got Rojas there.
Johan Rojas can't hit. I would be A-okay with him in the outfield. In center field.
I'd rather have Rojas than Turner in center field because you're getting
anybody. But the thing is, anybody in the MLB can play center field. Like that's one of the
How would you feel about this? Eugenio Suarez goes to the Phillies. He plays shortstop. Turner moves back to the outfield.
I mean, what are we giving up? We're acting like
that's what I'm saying too. Yeah, you got to see where you're giving up. A guy batting
for sure.
Also, no.
No,
I feel like
Painter for a guy that's gonna play 1 year. Like, what's his? He already got hit by. Like, what's his impact? Like,
I'm asking a question. I'm not saying they should do it. I'm asking the question.
I don't know. I ain't giving up Painter for sport. Like what?
I agree. I wouldn't give up Painter for that. Yeah.
Okay, Ryan O'Hearn. He. I guess you put him in the outfield.
I mean, once again,
right?
I mean, that's the thing. Like, yeah, these guys would be good to have, but I don't know what we're giving up here. You got to give me like a trade or something.
I mean, I'm guessing they're not giving up a ton there. We'll see kind of details.
Listen, if you can get Stephen Kwan on a pretty cheap deal, look, there's a sucker born every day, so there's going to be somebody that's going to offer more. Then I would do it.
How about in the outfield, a guy who's having a rough year, but he meets the big moment, Adolis Garcia?
I feel like we mentioned this on CR7.
I don't know if do you think he fits? I don't know.
He fits what the Phillies. He fits what the Phillies are about, honestly.
He does fit with that like swag and that.
Nah, but he fits like the playoff sort of. Brandon Marshall run, by the way.
Doesn't matter.
The game's over. But I mean, he kind of fits like the.
Yeah,
he kind of fits like the playoff, like the playoff aspect, like the team guys that get hot in the playoffs. Also, I've got lemonade.
Fabulous.
I know, right? Really good lemonade.
Cole Kuhn about to join the squad.
I have no comment on that, but
You can't get more white than mac and cheese
Garcia?
latte here, dude.
where are you putting Garcia at again? We can't put him in the
Put him in the
outfield, can we?
You can put him in the
Do you
outfield.
think? Where are you putting him in the outfield? Left field, right field? Where's Castellanos going to go?
What are you talking about? Put him in left and then put Marsh in center.
And get rid of Rojas?
Dude, Rojas is not a hitter. Like as I said, anybody can play center field. Marsh, you're telling me that replacing Rojas with Marsh is such a bad idea?
I don't know. I'd rather have Rojas' glove than Marsh right now.
Yeah, but like it's not that much of a downgrade defensively. And Rojas can't hit. Like I think something you could push me up from St. Joe's Prep baseball with it and could end up getting more hits.
All right, here we go. That's too much.
But I'm waiting for Cole to join because he said he wants to get in here, so I sent him the link.
Man, what are you doing here? It's not that bad to replace Marsh or replace Rojas with Marsh. Also,
No, I agree. I don't see any. That's defense. Yeah.
Why are we not talking about my man Otto Kemp? I'm not taking him out of the lineup either.
No, Otto Kemp is staying. He is staying all day. He's literally filled his shoes pretty well, I'd say.
I mean, this dude's a hitter, man. This dude can play. Why are we going to hinder his momentum?
I don't mind him batting 235. I really don't.
Like, I'm not hindering his momentum. That's just stupid. That's another thing we got to take into consideration here. Are we trading for a Flom and getting rid of a Kemp?
I think that Rojas could be part of a package.
That's true. I didn't think of that.
But a man who's been in the comment section for this entire stream has some thoughts. Cole Kuhn, the floor is yours, sir.
How's it going, everybody?
I have my lemonade, so I'm doing pretty good.
Talk about whatever you want to talk about. If you have any objections to things that have been said, go for it.
I just came in here because I've been hearing some crazy takes. I guess I'll start with the Duran trade. I really like this trade because I don't trust Lazar in any situation. I was telling Ryan we need to bring up Gage Wood for the playoffs.
Agreed.
To close and to be a reliever. So that's my thought. And I also think we should go get Stephen Kwan.
I agree. I'm with this.
Hey, now here's the thing. With this Duran trade. I like that we shipped Abel. He was solid, but he's not fitting in this rotation because we pretty much had it locked up for a bunch of years. Painter will fill that 5 spot eventually, but he's not ready yet. Eduardo Tate, I didn't like that we traded him away. I would have rather gave up I don't know, like Gabriel Rincones, something kind of a little bit lower. Like I'm blanking on a bunch of guys, but either way, like Brooke McGarry, just like another pitching guy or something like that. But because JT eventually, like I know he hit well in July, but eventually he's going to slow down, and I don't know. We'll see, but. I kind of liked him as a catching prospect. He's he's top 100 in minor leagues, but nonetheless, good trade. I mean, we needed him bad, so and we didn't give up Painter, which I'm happy about. But
what do you think we'd have to give up to get Kwan?
You have to give up Miller and Painter.
Yeah, I'm not giving up Painter. I can't do it.
That's what they'd be asking.
Either.
I mean, I can give up Painter for the right guy. I mean, he's solid, but I mean, he's got a 5 ERA in AAA. So I don't know. That doesn't translate well. His stuff is great, but I don't know.
Okay, well then, if you're saying, hold on. Well, I don't mean to cut you off, but if you're saying that he's been playing so bad this year, then I guess his value isn't that great, and we'd have to give up more.
He's the number 7 prospect in all of baseball, Ryan. He's still got great stock.
Well, fair enough then.
How's Crawford been? I haven't asked about that. Has he been?
Crawford's been very, very good.
Wow.
I don't think they're trading him, though. I think that's the one guy I want to hold on to.
Well, here's the thing. He can play infield and outfield.
Exactly.
That's why I'm fine with giving up Miller. Like he's great, but I mean he's limited in the infield, and our infield's kind of like
Lauren Field is set. I will say that.
our infield's pretty set, but he could take Stott's spot. I mean,
Stop,
Stott,
yeah.
Yeah, I say stop struggling.
let's call it what it is. He's been horrible this year.
Yeah, Stott has been bad. I will say that.
So, like, well, yeah. Talking about the outfield though, like you want Quan, but what about Crawford though? What if Crawford like turns it up?
Well, Crawford's later. I mean, Quan's a rental piece.
Quan's still under contract for a couple years, though, is he not?
2, maybe, right?
I think he has 2 years after this under contract.
2 years? Yeah, I mean,
Again, it's about extending the window, what we were talking about earlier, right? With how the window's
I mean,
closing.
Crawford's definitely got another year. And again, that Stott spot is open as well. So
Yeah.
there's a way for him to get in the lineup.
Is the Stott spot as open as we're making it out to be? Like
Yeah.
from an outside perspective, we can say that, but do we actually think the Phillies are going to do it?
I mean, if I were the Phillies, I'd do it.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
if you were the
Crawford's
Phillies, but I'm saying the Dombrowski and Thompson and all
He
them.
hasn't been productive.
Yeah, I
Whether you
get
like
that.
it or not.
Cole, I get that, but I'm saying no matter what, do we honestly think that they're going to bench him?
I don't know.
I can't see it though. I mean, no matter what you say, yeah, he's not playing great and all. I've been saying it on the show for the past month or so. He's not playing good baseball, but at the end of the day, they're probably not going to bench him whether we like it or not.
Cole, here's what I'll ask you.
Mm-hmm.
In a Steven Kwan trade, would you package Bryson Stott in there?
No. I mean,
So that's where the line is set. That's where the line is set. I want to make that clear because when you talk about benching him,
bro, you don't trade starters really.
when you talk about benching him, it's then the question.
Well, I'm talking long term, Sorzy. Like you're saying Quan's under contract for multiple years. I'm saying there's different ways he can get in the lineup. He doesn't have to play center field.
I agree with that.
Left will be open too.
Yeah.
Like there's spots. I mean, Marsh is fine, but he can't hit lefties.
So, Cole, would you want Eugenio Suarez?
No. Right now, no, absolutely not.
Well, first off, he's hurt right now.
In no way would that work.
I agree.
In no way would that work.
But as of this morning, the Phillies were still in on him.
Said by who?
Bob Nightingale.
Okay, then fair.
I mean, that's fine that we're like considering it, but it's not going to happen. There's no way. Well, if we get Suarez, Stott's getting benched. So, I mean, that's the reality of the situation. Because they would bench him for Suarez. I mean, Suarez, what, 5th in the league in home runs?
Higher than that, I think.
He's got 36. He's got
tied with
36
Schwarber.
right now.
Yeah.
Schwarber's got 37, right?
Well, Ohtani's got more, Judge's got more, and Kyle Raleigh's got more.
All right. I mean, hold on.
Probably 5 or 6, yeah.
Hold on.
He's tied with Schwarber.
Just because we're looking in on Suarez doesn't mean we're actually like gonna do it. Like if a girl has a boyfriend and you keep checking in on her to see if she's available, you're not actually gonna do it if she still has a boyfriend, right?
Yeah, that's wrong analogy.
But
I'm just saying. I mean, well, hold on. Yeah, you're kind of right. Because,
That is not right at all.
yeah, I guess you're right. Because like, what if, like, yeah, because there are home wreckers in this world. Am I right?
Hey,
but the thought process I have in this.
Am I allowed to talk about that on this
process
stream?
I
No. No.
is that if you're looking at him, then you have interest, right? You have interest in bringing him in. Like, there's obviously a reason they're looking at him. They're not. You're not just gonna You're not gonna inquire about something like you're not gonna inquire about a guy that you don't want, like that.
Yeah, and I got
it. Being an option for the team.
And I got interest for $5 million. Doesn't mean it's actually going to happen. I mean,
Ryan, analogies are not like.
That is literally the same thing, dude. Just because I want something doesn't actually. Just because you hypothetically want something doesn't mean it's actually going to happen. Doesn't mean like
yeah,
it's
but I'm not
actually.
saying it will happen, but I'm saying they're considering it.
Okay, yeah, it's being considered.
If they want it to happen, like it's a real possibility.
Do you
What
think
I'm saying.
the Phillies are going to have a better offer for Suarez than some of the other teams that are in on him?
No.
They're not giving. Okay, we've already said. They're not giving, hold on. We're already
Well,
said.
we could package a better deal.
Yeah, we could.
100%.
Yeah, we could, but we just said we're not giving up Painter, right?
I would give them.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
here's the question
Yeah,
from Cole,
Sorgi, yeah.
and
Yeah.
let's talk about this because I think the window with the current roster, with the guys on contract now, I think that with this core, the window's over at the end of 2026.
I disagree.
Yeah, we have this guy on a contract for how long, dude?
Hey, the pitching will keep us in it regardless, Sorgi.
But like okay, so if Schwarber's gone, if Cassie's gone,
Saying we keep Painter, the pitching will be Sanchez, Suarez, and Painter lockdown. Other two, Gage Wood will be coming up, and then you can go out and get a guy in free agency to fill that fifth spot.
What I'm saying is that like with the current roster, where you're sitting now, for this roster, yes, with the guys on the roster now, when you look at free agents, if I can pull this
Okay.
up.
Okay, well we can say that like
Well,
with the
we have Boehm under contract, we have Turner under contract, Harper under contract.
Well, timeout. Say you lose Schwarber and Castellanos. You're telling me that we can't replace them? It's not like we're losing them when we can't replace them. Like, what are we doing here?
Like when you look at free agents after this year, so at the end of this year, your free agents are going to be Suarez, Schwarber, Kepler, and Real Muto.
Okay.
Resign Suarez and Schwarber.
And Romuto, what are you talking about here?
You're not bringing back JT?
He's not
I
going
don't
to
think they
Would
do.
I bring back JT?
I don't think they do.
No team's going
to. I think they spend money elsewhere.
Wait, timeout. No one's doing
And
that.
then
upgrade. You can go and upgrade.
After 2026, you're losing Casty. Potentially, you could lose Casty, Taiwan Walker, Jose Alvarado, Matt Strom, Alec Boehm, Jesus Luzardo, and Mundo Sosa.
Okay, well, I don't care what anybody says. I'm throwing Walker to the wolves like there's no
They're
tomorrow.
already letting Walker walk
Let's
off
talk
by
about
now.
significant. Casty, he'll probably honestly we might restructure with him because he's not going to go and get more money in free agency than he is already.
Same thing with Romuto though. You say it's nothing with JT.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but you could also upgrade.
That's true, but like I don't think they
You
do that.
can go out and get a young guy, but I don't know.
I don't think they do that though.
How many more years do you got JT for?
But
Is the question.
am I the only one who sees the writing on the wall that there's a reason Dombrowski wants to go all in this year? Like he wants to go all in because he knows he doesn't have forever with this club, and he wants to win with this core now. Like you don't go in to win now. There are two strategies: either you go win now, or you take bites at the apple. Taking bites.
No,
at the
I
apple
agree with Go ahead, keep finish.
I like that,
I
but
was just gonna say, when you're taking bites at the apple, you're simultaneously trying to win now while also looking ahead to future years. While when you're just going full win now, it's because you know you don't have much time left.
that was the 2022 roster. That nibble at the John or whatever.
Oh, you taking the bites at the apple? Yeah, but
Mhm.
and then it seems like they've gone farther and farther into win now mode year after year after year, and now we're here where they just got the best reliever on the market.
No, I agree with that because
I
at
don't
the
know
end,
about they've gone more and more into win now, but
I see what Sorgi's saying. Also, I mean, listen, they have to win a World Series in the next couple of years because you also have to look at the new CBA. No, whether we like it or not, no matter what anybody thinks, there is eventually going to be a cap because of how ridiculous how many teams pay for players, like $1 billion in one off season. So there's eventually going to be a cap, and eventually the Phillies, Middleton is not just going to be able to go over the luxury tax and get away with it. So I think the Phillies, kind of like the other teams, like the Dodgers and so on and so forth, are trying to win now. They're trying to win as many World Series as they can before the new CBA. So I understand what Sorgi's saying, but also at the same time, I mean, yeah. Sorgy's probably right here because of the new CBA.
Ryan actually brings a great point up, though. Go ahead, Ryan, but I'll follow up on your CBA.
The new CBA, which we'll talk about later, and I'll give my opinion on it. I guess tomorrow.
Yeah.
What do you call it? That's probably going to play a factor in a lot of teams going all in, actually, which is probably why this market is so hot at the current moment in time. So the Phillies might actually maybe do more than what we think. But even still, I think that the roster that they have now is still a World Series contender and can definitely win it.
Oh, yeah. As long as they have Turner and Harper,
right.
I mean, they should be good. And,
right.
I mean, our starting pitching is always solid.
Right.
Typically.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
Saying we re-sign Suarez.
Yeah. I think
yeah.
I think that.
I think that
Brander, I think he's a top 10 left-hand pitcher.
Do we honestly see a world where Suarez leaves? I can't see it.
No.
So then there you go. So there's no problem.
No, he's not a leader.
One guy who I would look for as well, along with Quan, Ramon Laureano.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like him. What do you think about Cedric Mullins? What do you think about maybe a Taylor Ward or an Adolis Garcia?
No Mullins. I think Mullins is over already.
Yeah, come on. I don't.
I think because we already had these rumors going, and
I don't want
Mullins, and now
I'd be fine with Mullins. Honestly, I think he's easier to get than most guys.
Probably.
He's probably easier than Quan, honestly.
Well,
he's definitely easier than Quan. First off, Quan's leading off for the Guardians. I do think they're selling him just because they just lost Class A. And then, Orioles, Mullins is probably – honestly, he's not even a downgrade defense-wise from Johan Rojas. So, I love that.
Not even that old.
And I don't even know if you have to give up. I would only think you'd have to give up one of the top 3 prospects, between Painter, Miller, and Crawford. So just pick the boys.
Would we really want to do that for Cedric Mullins, though?
I think if they trade.
I think Mullins ends up with the Mets next offseason, and say we even don't win a World Series.
Whoa, hold on.
Mets.
They have Brandon Nimmo.
Okay, I still think that he ends up with the Mets.
You think there's a world where he doesn't play center field?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think his bat is good enough. I think his defense is the reason he's
Yeah, I agree with that. But also, we have to look into the fact that the Phillies are going to be putting a lot of their money into Schwarber. I don't see if we do trade for him. Say it this way: whether he goes to the Mets or not, I don't see a world where he returns next season if the Phillies trade for him. And you're giving up one of your top 3 prospects for a half a season of baseball and possibly still not win the championship.
Well, hey, let's say we do go far and he likes the group and sticks with us. So,
also, go ahead.
I'm open to anyone at this point. I'm just looking for another guy. Again, Ramon Laureano, he's batting .290 with 15 bombs and 40.
And also, we did this in the 2010s. We gave up all of our assets for a championship, and we had 10 years of terrible baseball. Do we really want to do this?
See, that's where I actually do agree, Ryan. That's actually where I am. I don't think it's – I think the bites at the apple strategy is better than going all in right now, but Dave Dombrowski wants to go all in, and that's where I'm coming from, is talking about what he wants to do. I don't know what they could do, but that's what he wants to do.
When Harper leaves, you're probably going to have a few down years, but we're going to sacrifice 10 years of baseball.
Wow. Hold on. Whoa.
We did this in the 2010s, Cole.
Getting rid of Aiden Miller is not gonna sacrifice 10 years of.
No, I didn't say it was good. We gave up everything in the 2010s for a championship, and then look at what happened from 2012 to 2022.
Look at our farm system. We're fine.
But what I'm saying is, if we traded all away for one championship,
trade it all away. Give up one more guy.
We're literally saying we're literally throwing out ideas. Trade him, trade Painter, trade this, that, and the other. Hell, we might as well just trade away John Middleton while we're at it. What the hell's going on here? We're throwing out ideas to trade everybody away here.
Here we go.
Okay.
What is the disgust? Why was there disgust in your channel?
I'll get to Nick's takes in a second. I want to touch on Ryan's salary cap mention.
Okay.
We'll talk
Yeah,
about
the
it in
CBA
detail
is big
tomorrow.
thing.
But the fact is that teams like the Phillies, the Mets, the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Blue Jays, the Cubs, I think those are the teams right now that are highest in spending, and there's quite a gap below them. That's the group of teams that knows that they have to brace for a salary cap in most likely starting in 2028. Most likely we're locked out of 2027. We're back in 28. We'll get into that tomorrow in detail. But I think that teams have to prepare for that, and they know that they have to limit their spending. Cole, would you agree that teams know they have to limit their spending to a certain extent?
Yeah.
Cam, what do you think about that?
Well, they got to limit their spending.
Yeah, like how do you kind of feel about that that thought of like?
I
You're
think
saying
it's
they should? Like, what's the question?
I think it's going to be a gradual.
How do you feel about it?
I don't mind teams spending a lot of money. I think it gets competitive. Honestly, I do.
Sorry, wouldn't know anything about that.
I'd let teams.
Yeah, and Milwaukee up in the top left.
Yeah, Sorgi wouldn't know anything about that.
What I know is that we have a low payroll and we're the best team in baseball right now. So I'm feeling good.
Hold on. You got all your guys are on rookie deals.
Yes, but we've made the playoffs over the last 7 years more than any other team.
Did we lose Sorgi in his own show?
Yeah, I think we did.
Oh!
Kid's frozen right now. Yeah,
This is what
Sorgi, do a little more Jackson edit for me.
This is what happens when your internet.
Nick, do it, Nick. Grab the camera, right hand.
No.
This is what happens when
Because,
your internet.
okay,
Shut
I don't know.
This is what happens when your internet password is cheeseburger.
Anyway, while Sorgi's gone, we can.
This is my show now. This is CR7.
No, I was here before you, so.
I don't
Well,
give a damn.
Ryan should put on the sunglasses and become Hollywood.
I don't actually know where they are.
No, Mr. Hollywood's above me right now. And he might be going.
That is the biggest delays in the 21st century, my dog.
Oh,
There you go.
Oh!
This is CR7, baby.
John Morosi. He's on dial. He's on dial up.
This is CR7 with Cole.
This is breaking.
None of you used to have a show. This is our show. This is CR7 with Dom Campanaro and Nick Mash, a special guest. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the latest edition of the CR7 podcast. The RTGAC is back in today. Talk about the MLB trade deadline here today. And yeah, we got a lot of things.
He's back. Is he back?
Well, but before we introduce Sorgi back to the crowd, Cole, say what's up to the people.
Okay, I'm back.
God damn.
I want to give a major shout out to my school Chromebook for dying.
Damn it, Sorgi, I was trying to
What, a Chromebook the whole time?
Sorgi, I turned this into the CR7 podcast.
As it was charging, it died.
Tragic.
It died
Chromebook
while
then.
charging. This is the quality of St. Joe's Prep Chromebooks.
You probably put
so
lead
this
into your
one's-
Chromebook and said, "Oh, it's going to charge you faster."
Well, no, the
Yeah.
issue isn't the Chromebook. It's that I have a bad charger.
Okay, Cole.
Hey,
Someone-
Sorgi, if you ever need a
someone-
charger, I have one.
So much for the full ride.
I'm going to be fine getting one soon.
This is
Okay,
what happens in-
what were you saying, Ryan?
This is what happens in Ridley.
Mine's
Well,
working
you're
just
South
fine.
Philly, dude. You're from South Philly. Just
Mine's
You're
working
from
just fine.
Cheltenham.
now.
Cheltenham. I couldn't even locate that on a map.
stop.
What I was attempting.
Shots.
What I
That
was
was pretty funny.
attempting to say was that the Milwaukee Brewers currently sit with a 5-1 chance to win the World Series, according to Baseball Reference.
5-1.
Can
Are
we
you
kick him
kidding
back
me?
off of his own show?
5-1. Who made that? Did a drunk guy make that? What the hell?
Those are the Baseball Reference computers. That's what their computers are saying, is that the Brewers have a 5-1 chance to win it.
Hey,
Nah.
And I feel good
Sorgi,
That should
after
be a
defeating-
10-second mute.
5-1. Are you kidding me?
That should be a
Sorgi,
10-second
It's
mute.
not
Sorgi,
me.
you gotta
It's
be
baseball
consistent,
reference. Don't yell at
Sorgi.
me.
Sorgi,
I'm
if
yelling
you wanna
at you
love
for
your
stating
team,
that graphic.
I'm telling you, it's not a graphic, Nick. It's a
Statistic.
stat.
My apologies.
Okay. Sorgi's lying because on ESPN it's 14-1. So
I said
Oh,
baseball
liar.
reference. I said baseball reference.
I don't care. Baseball reference is not better than my
So
glorious.
we're cherry
States at
picking
ESPN.
stats now. We're cherry picking stats for the lowest odds.
That's
Yeah,
what
no.
Sorgi does.
All I'm saying is that the Milwaukee Brewers have the best rotation in Major League Baseball at this point. Mizorowski, Peralta, Woodruff, Priester, like those four alone, and then you add Quintana. You have Chad Patrick, who's been a stud, and then you add Nestor Cortez coming back. Hopefully, he'll be able to
Stop
no,
right
no, no,
there.
yeah, you're right, Cole. You're right, Cole. Yeah.
I don't count Nestor Cortez.
Okay, well, you have 6 right there. I just named you 6 guys.
He has a 9 ERA.
Yeah, he's got 9 ERA.
No, I
yeah.
like Peralta. I think he's good for you
Before a long
guys.
injury stint. I'm just saying that you have 6 quality starters. That's what I'm
Also,
saying.
Woodruff, Miz are, I think, are instant locks at least.
Priester has been a
How's he
stud.
doing?
There's no denying that.
Yeah, he's been good. Honestly, I think he's been your best pitcher.
That's not even a crazy take. I mean, I think I'd go Peralta. I think I'd still go
Peralta's
Peralta.
been the best pitcher now.
It's close. I'll give him that. It's close. But I think right now that if I had, I think the
Well, hold
Brewers-
on. So I have
ahead.
a question for you, Sordy. Can
Yeah.
you trust these guys in the playoffs? Would you? I don't know, man. They don't have a ton of experience. Like Priester, Mizorowski.
I mean,
I mean,
Woodruff
obviously-
and Peralta have been there, right?
I'm
So
there.
I think that I trust those guys more than the others, but the simple thing, it's just it's the same idea as Ryan saying you're about how the Phillies are going to get hot. You don't know if the Phillies are going to get hot. You don't know how the Brewers guys are going to pitch. All
Right.
you can go off of is what they're looking like now. At the end of the day, that's that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Maybe we're not allowed to talk about this on Anthony Sorgi's streams, but did we see that Shannon Sharp got fired from ESPN?
Yeah.
This is what happens
see
when you. This is what happens when you
Shannon
do.
got fired.
This is what happens when you do those weird things that.
Okay.
What about no chill Gil?
that's
Yeah, I
that's
agree. Yeah. And Marcus Morris.
Dude,
the
Okay,
deal
back to
with
baseball
Gil-
because that's what we're trying to talk about here, gentlemen.
Wait,
Duran
really?
signing's official now, so there
Can't
you
have
go.
any fun.
Yeah, I
with
saw
Sorgi.
that. I saw that. Durant's
Gilbert
official in
Arenas.
Philly.
Toledo, whatever you want
Play
to
the
say.
music,
yeah.
Sorgi.
So all this is going to benefit is the small market teams that refuse to spend any money, aka the Milwaukee Brewers and other low quality teams that refuse to spend money because they want to be the same as other teams like Los Angeles and Philadelphia who spend loads of money to boost their roster. The owners of these smaller teams could do such, but they decide not to. That is number one that this is going to affect if we have this CBA go as
Whoa, Nick.
what
Nick, we need,
the
Nick,
owners
you need
want this to do.
Nick, you need to slow down there, okay? This is gonna end.
This
is
guy. This
how
guy.
it's no. What I'm gonna say is how this is gonna end. Is the owners are gonna say we want a salary cap. They're gonna
Yeah.
be locked out for 2027. The solution is going to be a salary cap with a salary floor. If they were hypothetically, let's say they go to a cap of 250, a floor of 150, that would be raising the floor. That would be raising the payroll for 13 teams in Major League Baseball. That would be lowering to the cap 6 teams. So it's going. The thing though is is also going to happen most likely is that you're going to have revenue sharing. We'll talk about this tomorrow as well. In more detail.
We gotta say some of this for tomorrow too.
That's what my next point was going to get into.
So the revenue sharing means that it's just going to be like the NFL. Right now in the NFL, the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Chargers make the exact same amount of money. The Minnesota Vikings and Tennessee Titans make the exact same amount of money. That's how it works. It will most likely be the same for the MLB. It will make baseball better because all 30 teams will have an equal chance to compete.
Yeah.
And
Also,
that's why. With what Toll says
thing,
about the Pirates are going to actually have the money though from the revenue sharing. That's a thing.
Okay, can I also say that I don't want to hear a thing about like the players getting mad that that their salary would be decreased because especially for the big time players, like you're telling me that none of these guys are going to make this money back or at least even make more money in endorsements. Like look at a guy like I don't want to like change sports here, but look at the NBA. Jason Tatum has not even touched his NBA salary. Everything that he spends on is with his endorsement money. Everything that he like invests in with is his endorsement money. Everybody, you make more money off endorsement.
Yeah, all right. Well, not everyone's the same. I mean,
then the guys who are like I don't know, like Maxey, who for the Sixers, they don't have national endorsements; they get local endorsements.
I mean,
and you also get money through jersey sales and stuff like that. Like, come on.
I mean, NBA guys get paid a ton more than baseball guys, but
No. That's why I say I didn't want to change sports here. But the local guys can make money through local endorsements. They're going to get revenue for their jersey sales. Like just because of lowering the salary is not going to help. Also, the big name players trying to say that they're upset about a cap. You have got to be kidding me. I mean, these people make more money than Jesus and God combined. I mean, what are we doing here?
The guys who are complaining about it the most are Boris guys. The Boris guys are going to complain. There's a reason that the Boris guys were voted off of the PA executive committee for the most part because it's a money grab. That's what it is. Boris is trying to work for his clients and they're all trying to work together. It's that simple. I mean, Cole, you can probably talk to that because you obviously pay attention to the players and things like that. Am I wrong that this is just that this is kind of turning into a Boris guys versus Manfred type of deal right now?
This is a players versus Robert Manfred who can get more money. Like that's basically what this is.
Yeah,
and these guys have enough money. Are we kidding me here? Don't these guys have enough money?
In the
Ryan, it's all about maximizing.
The issue is that the MLB wants a cap that works for them. The players want a floor that works for them. They're going to have to meet somewhere in the middle where they have both.
I think that one way or the other, there should be a cap, though.
There needs to be a floor, though, too. Like, the Brewers and the Pirates and the Rays and all them have to spend money.
I mean, the A's have to spend more money. They need to extend Nick Kurtz. They need to extend Jacob Wilson.
Well, if there's a cap and a floor, then why wouldn't the owners try to pay less than like if they could spend as much money as the Dodgers and so on and so forth and wouldn't get any criticism for it and still make money. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, that's the thing with revenue sharing. This works. Without revenue sharing, it doesn't work. But with revenue sharing, the cap system works great.
I mean, this is like the same as what's it called? College baseball, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With NIL and revenue share, so
yeah, it's a mess.
NIL, cool.
But
has there been any other breaking news that we need to?
No, I didn't even get to finish.
Oh, so sorry.
Well,
We got these yappers over here.
So sorry,
Nick, give me 5 seconds.
I can't listen, Nick.
I'm going to give Dominic 5 seconds.
Sorry, Nick. I can't listen. I got to go walk my fish.
Yeah.
John Clark said through Don Brodowski that Andrew Painter will not be traded. There you go.
We knew this like 3 hours ago.
Oh, gee, Meneses. Go ahead, Nick.
Anyways, thank you. I wanted to get into the other aspects of this before RTG decided to.
I didn't even say nothing until Sorgi did, bro.
Yeah, Sorgi interrupted me, and Sorgi,
I apologize. I said I'm sorry.
I appreciate that. On the players' side, young guys like Nick Kurtz and what Cole was just talking about are still under their 6 years that the team can hold them for, and that's another thing that they want to change. Teams are, able to keep these guys under team control for the first 6 years of their contract, and they're not getting paid much. The rookie contract is under $1 million, which...
Well, I mean, they're first round draft picks. I mean, they have a good signing bonus. But
Yeah,
regardless.
but still, for 6 years, they're not making a lot of money. Guys want to change free agency, and they want the international draft. Here's my difference between the lockout in the National Basketball Association back in, I believe it was 2011 and 98, and the potential lockout that we're about to have. I actually liked David Stern, the commissioner of the NBA, and I do not like Robert Manfred because he's useless. What does he do? Right? He's supposed to be in the middle of this sort of guiding things, and instead, I mean,
He's working for the owner.
Bryce Harper just, I mean, I don't have any more words for that, but he shouldn't be working for the owner.
Can I just add something to your point, Nick, that I think kind of adds to it pretty well? If for those of who remember, I don't know who's watching, so some of the people watching might have been alive for this. Fay Vincent was the commissioner of Major League Baseball in the late 80s. He got fired because he was actually a good commissioner who worked for the interest of the game, not for the money of the owners. Then they put in Brewers owner Bud Selig. I love Bud Selig as an owner. He was not the best of commissioners. And they literally brought in an owner to be the commissioner. And then he was a commissioner for 20 years, I think over 20 years. Then they brought in Manfred. And Manfred is just kind of following Selig's thing where they're working for the owners as a commissioner instead of...
Which is unbelievable.
But the owners are the ones who hired the commissioner, though.
Owners are the one that hire the players.
Yeah, everyone. It's all at the end of the day. It's all just the owners have all the power.
Dude, the Mets really bolstered the pen. Sorry, I'm just going through this stuff. The Mets.
I don't want to talk too much about the
Mets really bolstered the pen.
Yeah, I got to know.
Shohei Ohtani just blew his arm out.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't blow his arm out. He got cramps. But I have a great idea.
There's no shot after that.
I have a great idea. So you know how they say that, like, Mr. Beast contestants always leave the challenges because, like, they miss their family or something?
Yeah.
I have a great idea on how we can get them to leave even faster.
How?
You put them in Archbishop Carroll's gym.
Oh, good chirp. Good chirp.
See, I think
I was walked out.
That should be a 10-second mute for Dom.
That is
chirp.
Nope, that's good chirp. I don't
That
care.
should be a
Robertson is officially going to be coming back, so good for the Phillies. So,
okay,
George, you play the music.
Oh, I can play music. Hold on.
No, my music, my theme song.
Wait, Cole, what do you think? What do you got training for Trout? You think I'm crazy if that actually would happen?
It's not gonna happen, but they should. That's not it.
What?
Then we should trade for Trout.
That'd be fire, but it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen, but they should.
Ke'Bryan Hayes, bro. Ke'Bryan Hayes.
Yes, to the Reds. I saw that.
I like that deal for the Reds. They get a half decent pickup. He's not great. He's not terrible. It's a decent pickup.
Oh,
They're not doing
anything. Georgie, we know you're punching your wall right now because of that.
Yeah, what I'm saying is it's not very relevant. Like, it's okay, but it's not like fabulous.
Georgie, as we get off the air, can you?
John Heyman just posted 51 seconds ago about the Phillies.
God damn it, Nick! I'm trying to
right-handed bat.
I'm trying to talk about my theme song.
Sorry, the Phillies are looking for a right-handed bat per John Heyman.
And who would that be?
Really? And Georgie, play as we go off the air. Play my theme song.
Okay, so before we wrap this up. We're gonna put we're gonna play the it's actually called High Drama, the song, and this is gonna build the drama to the end of the show.
I hope the Phillies get Stephen Kwan.
Here we go.
Oh my God.
What hold on. Like, Dom, what is this?
Oh, that's not the right song. Hold on.
Damn it, Georgie.
That should be a ban for the rest of the year.
That's
not the right song. Where's the? Oh, here's the right song. Sorry, I had it under the wrong I don't even know what this is. I just picked a random.
Cole, why don't you just leave, Cole?
Yeah, I'm leaving. See you, fellas.
He throws 90. He throws 90.
95. Okay, go teams out.
Oh yeah, Nicky Bash.
And I will join Cole. I'll see you all tomorrow. Hopefully, the Mets was a good deal by Cohen, and I gotta eat food.
Okay, to Nick and Ryan, I'm going to give
Get down with the Nicky Bash.
I'm going to give you each the opportunity here. What did you say, Ryan? Ryan, what did you say?
That was fun.
I say get down with the Nicky Bash.
I will start with Carroll Sports Media President Nicholas Mastropolita.
What am I doing?
You have 60 seconds to talk about what's going to happen from now to 6 o'clock tomorrow. What is the biggest move going to be?
God.
What is the biggest surprise going to be? 60 seconds. Biggest move, biggest surprise. Your time starts now.
I hope the Phillies get Eugenio Suarez. Maybe Paul Skeens will get traded. Probably not. That was a joke. But I really hope that happens just for like a little bit of glamour. I hope that the Yankees don't get anything. I hope that the Mets don't get anything. And I hope that Willie Castro gets on the move and maybe he comes to Philadelphia. And I hope that all the teams have fun.
Okay, that was only 30 seconds. So we give it to Ryan Sullivan now. Ryan Sullivan, 1 minute. Biggest move of tomorrow / late tonight.
Probably Suarez. I mean, I could see I could maybe see the Cubs. That's a good one. I can maybe see the Mets. I don't see the Phillies at all, though. I think Suarez definitely on the move. Kwame probably on the move as well. Doesn't really make sense for him to stay. I would say he goes as well. I don't know where. As I said, there's a sucker born every day, so I don't know if the Phillies are going to be willing to give up a guy like a Payne or a Crawford or one of their top prospects. Excuse me for any of these guys right here. So I'm a little reluctant to go with that there. But I think right now, if you're the Philadelphia Phillies, you look good as of now. Even if you stay packed tomorrow, you don't do anything, then I think that you will be fine with the roster that you have. Maybe packaging up Rojas and a couple others to get Stephen Kwan wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. Just to keep that gap open, as Sorgi said. But I think as of now, you could be fine, and I will be pretty happy if they stay pat tomorrow.
I think I'm gonna make two predictions that are gonna get me a lot of hate here. It's gonna get me in a lot of hot water.
If you say Deal Painter, I'm gonna jump through the screen.
I might also jump through the screen.
I think that the Philadelphia Phillies will get Stephen Kwan.
Oh boy!
And I think
the
Milwaukee Brewers will trade for Eugenio Suarez.
Get out of here! This is the CR7.
Sorgi, what's the price for Kwan?
Yeah, true.
Aiden Miller.
Giving up for Kwan?
Aiden Miller. Let's say Aiden Miller.
Maybe
he has so much promise, but Otto Kemp's been looking really.
Otto Kemp, that man is my lord.
Nick, I'll say
Otto Kemp.
Miller.
Okay.
Miller plus Johan Rojas.
Okay.
Plus one other another prospect. Does that do it, Nick?
What did you say? Sorry.
I said Suarez. Sorry, not Suarez. I said my brain's all over the place. We're trading. Nick, you need to back up from the camera.
I'm listening.
Sorgi's been hitting it with
Okay, we're not doing this on air. What I was trying to say is that
no way.
What I was attempting to say was Rojas, Miller, and another prospect.
That's okay.
I mean, yeah, I don't. I mean, Dante Nori. I don't know much about the farm system, but I mean, how many prospects are we willing to give up here?
I hope not a lot. I mean, they did just draft Gage Wood.
Oh, they're not giving him up.
A stud. They should never trade him in a quadrillion years.
No, I don't think they're definitely not getting rid of him.
Okay, gentlemen. We will be back at a time to be determined at this point.
There's a 5% chance, depends on when my lunch break is for lifeguarding certification.
But what I will say is that if Eugenio Suarez has not been traded, we will go live at 2:30. If he has been traded, we will go live at 3:30. All times are Eastern. Go ahead, Ryan.
One more thing before we go. Play my music.
Yeah.
So
Play
I
his,
don't know what music we're talking about.
the
My
last
music,
one
the
you
music
had.
that I was playing earlier.
Oh, I don't know what music you're talking about. The Dominican music.
Yeah.
Play his music.
We can do that for tomorrow.
Oh.
No, right now. I need to vibe.
I don't have any copyright free music.
Okay, fair.
All right,
fair.
just play the StreamYard music so we can jam out before we
Yeah.
go.
What do you want? Do you want? I have like.
We
just
want the
kinda-
last one that we were just vibing
I just
to.
kind of have like some hip hop. I kind of have just like some house. I have some Christmas music.
I like some house, man.
I would also like some house.
I like some house, man.
We will see you all tomorrow at a time to be determined. The Milwaukee Brewers are winning the World Series. Goodbye.
Woo!